Let me connect with y'all through this message right quick. Know what I'm saying? Do worldly people realize they're living for the world? Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about, do worldly people realize they're living for the world? Know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to keep it real with you, man. This is the question that a lot of people wonder. A lot of people be wondering, right? Do worldly people realize they're living for the world? Because there's this talk about um when God tells us to separate ourselves from the world, friends with the world is enemies with God. And you got all these different messages from God and from the scripture and from the Bible. We got to separate ourselves from the world. um friends with the world is enemies with God. Enemies with God. Yo, people just be overlooking stuff. Let's not skip over that, bruh. Friends with the world is enemies. Do you want to be God's enemy? It's like people just read over it and just skip over it. No, 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 no. We cannot skip over it. We gotta do a U-turn. We gotta really look at that again. Friends with the world is enemies with God. Enemies. Do you know what it means to be an enemy of God, bro? So a lot of people start to wonder, right? Do worldly people realize that they're living for the world? Because, like, what do worldly people think when they look at a person? Like, some people may wonder, like, what do worldly people think when they look at a person like me? I'm out here doing what God called me to do. Or what do worldly people think when they look at another follower of God who's really sold out to God and they calling for God? What do worldly people see when they look at us? A lot of people may start to wonder that. Like, what do worldly people see? Do they see like, damn, this is what I'm supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be living like that person? Or do they be like, man, why that person overly too deep into God? Do they look at it like, damn, that person is way into God, like way too obsessed with God or something? Or do they look at it like, damn, that's what I'm supposed to be doing? Or do they look at it like, damn, they already feel as though they have God in their life? Let me break it down. I'm going to give y'all the answers that y'all want to know. Do worldly people realize that they are living for the world? I'm going to here's the answers right here. A lot of them do realize that they're living for the world. A lot of them do. And then a lot of them don't. A lot of them do realize, like, damn, I am living for the world. I am enemies with God. I am headed to hell. A lot of them realize that, but a lot of them don't. And why is it that a lot of them don't? Because the devil has already deceived their mind. You got to understand, the devil has made a lot of these worldly people believe that they already have God. And Christianity is to blame. Church, Christianity, and all these religions is to blame. Because when people go to church, it feels like they literally still in the world. It's like the line between the world and Christianity and religion is the same thing. Christians is literally worldly people. Christianity is literally just a bunch of worldly people. That's all it is. The line has already been erased. In case y'all haven't noticed, in case y'all have not noticed, Christianity and the world is the same thing. Christians and going to church and all this stuff is the same thing. That's why these Christian rappers, they trying to sound like Lil Wayne. Damn Christian rappers trying to sound like Christian rappers imitating the world. Christian rappers sounding like this, like, because Christianity is a false religion, and there is no difference between these church people and these Christians and Christianity. There's no difference between them and the world, because they have already, the line has already been erased. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The world and Christianity and going to church and all these church people, the line has already been erased by the devil. It's the same thing. The line was there before where it was, oh, these people is just religious. The Christians and the religious people and the Christianity and the church and all these Christians, and they just religious. And then the world operates in their own way. But now, the Christians and the religious Christianity people, they are religious and worldly at the same time. They not just religious. They are not just religious now. They are religious and worldly at the same time, because the line between the world and Christianity and being a Christian, that stuff been erased long time ago. So now, by that line of, you know what I'm saying, and then a lot of people think like following Christianity is following God. A lot of people think that, and that's not even the truth. But you gotta understand, by the line of what people consider to be walking with God, by that line being already erased, bruh, it's like, by that line already being erased, it's kind of like, now people feel as though they could live for the world and they are still walking with God. So that's why a lot of people don't even realize that they are actually living for the world, because they are being deceived by Christianity. They are being deceived by these church people and by Christianity, because all these church people and Christianity, they have already embraced the world. They don't go against the world. They don't even separate themselves from the world. They follow the world, because in order to separate yourself from the world, you need God. You cannot separate yourself from the world on your own strength. You need the strength of God, man. You know what I'm saying? And hold on. Yeah, let's continue with the message, man. You know what I'm saying? There was like a minor interruption in the message. But look though, yeah, like, hopefully I explained everything correctly. But like, I was trying to like explain how before I got interrupted, I was trying to explain how Christianity and these Christians and all this stuff, man, they've already embraced the world. They've already embraced the world, and other people out there who have discernment, they already know that these people is literally following the world. The Christian rappers, they trying to sound like this artist and that artist. They trying to sound like, yeah, the Christian, bro, you got all these bugs flying around. Bro, when I'm recording at the park, I be getting all type of interruptions. But look though, yeah, man, like the Christians have already embraced the world. And they don't even see it, but they've already embraced the world, bro, because you need the power of God. You need the power of God in order to resist the world, bro. The world has such a strong pull, bro. The world has such a strong pull. But like I was saying, a lot of people, they know, a lot of worldly people, they already realize that they are, know what I'm saying? A lot of worldly people, they already realize that they are living for the world. And a lot of them, they don't, because they have already been deceived by the devil. They don't realize that they're living for the world because they have already been deceived by the devil. But then you got those worldly people who they realize, they like, man, I'm just living for the world, man. I ain't even living for God. Like, they realize it. But I'm going to be real with you. Majority of worldly people, they don't even realize that they're living for the world. They don't even realize it because they've been deceived by the devil. They've been deceived by the enemy. You get what I'm saying? And like I was saying with the Christianity and the church example, the Christianity and church example, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a perfect speaker, so you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I really just broke it down the right way, but like, I was trying to really explain it to you. Like, it's almost like these religious Christians and these religious church people, they are religious and worldly at the same time. You get what I'm saying? They are religious and worldly at the same time, bro, because they have already embraced the world. They've already embraced the world. You know what I'm saying? They are not just religious. They are religious and worldly. You get what I'm saying? Because we already know God is against religion. So they are not just religious. They are religious and worldly. Because when we see what going on in these churches, they operating just like the world. They taking on the same things that the world is doing. They treating the church like it's a club. They treating the church like it's a club for the world. Like they imitating these worldly rappers and worldly artists, and they trying to imitate the next satanic artist. It's like they trying to imitate the next satanic worldly rapper and worldly singer. You know what I'm saying? Like they imitating the world, bruh, because they don't have the spirit of God. That's why they cannot resist the world, bruh, because they don't really have the spirit of God, bruh, because they are religious. You know what I'm saying? Because they are religious, man. They are religious. God is against religion, bruh. God is against Christianity. I don't know how many times that we have to keep telling people this, but God is against religion. God is against Christianity and all this extra stuff. But look, though, do worldly people realize that they are living for the world? I'm going to be real with you. Worldly people, majority of them, they don't realize that they are living for the world because they have already been deceived. Or they've already been deceived to whereas they feel as though they already have God because they are used to that, like the surface level version of walking with God. So it's kind of like they already feel as though they have God. A lot of worldly people, when you tell them to follow God, they're going to tell you, oh, I already have God. I'm already walking in my calling. I already have God. Why are worldly people saying this? Because they've been deceived by Christianity and by religion and by these church-going people. They've been deceived by this stuff. That's what I was trying to say when I was trying to really break down that example to the best of my ability. That's what I was trying to say. They've been deceived. That's why when you go up to worldly people, you tell them to walk with God and follow God. I already have God. I'm already in my calling. Who told them that? These preachers then told them that. These religious Christians then told them that. Because they have these religious Christians and Christianity and these preachers, they have already embraced the world. So when a worldly person comes up to a religious person who has already embraced the world, they go, and then you got to understand this watered down gospel, to whereas people come to church and they hear this watered down gospel that encourages their lifestyle. That's why they think they already have God, because this watered down gospel is going to encourage them in their lifestyle, and it's not even going to convict them to change. The watered down gospel is going to uplift their emotions. So now they think they already have God. So Christianity and these Christians and all these religious church goers is to blame for this stuff. For why worldly people have been deceived by the devil to not even realize that they are following the world. They think they already have God. They think they already have God. Now, don't get me wrong. There's those worldly people out there to whereas they realize they living for the world because maybe their discernment is a little stronger to whereas they see through the lies of religion. They see through the lies of Christianity. So they already know, man, I'm worldly, but I'm not going to let Christianity deceive me. Know what I'm saying? Man, these bugs is flying around, bro. I'm at the park. But look, though. You got certain worldly people to whereas they see right through the church. They see right through the Christianity. They see right through these Christians. You got some worldly people out there who have more discernment than these damn Christians. They have more street knowledge. They like, man, I'm worldly, but I know I'm worldly. And I'm not going to let Christianity and all these Christians make me believe that I have God. You got some worldly people who just, you know what I'm saying? But look, though, they just have more discernment for some reason. Like God just gave them natural discernment. Like they have more discernment than the Christians. It's crazy, but bro, you got bugs. Man, we're going to have to see these bugs on Judgment Day. They interrupting the gospel, flying like the disrespect. But look, though, they dare, bro, these bugs dare interrupt the gospel. But look, though, we're going to have to see them bugs on Judgment Day, though. You know what I'm saying? But look, though, Yeah, man, we may have to see them bugs on Judgment Day. I don't know if they friendly or something. I don't know. They not even social distance. They not respecting my distance when I'm recording at the park. Well, what type of bugs is this? I don't know if we should give them a pass. I don't know if we should give them a pass. I don't know if we should give these bugs a pass, or if we should see them on Judgment Day. I don't even know what's going on. But yeah, man, majority of worldly people, they realize that they're living for the world. And the majority of worldly people, they don't even realize that they're living for the world. Majority of worldly people realize that, damn, I'm living for the world, I'm headed to hell. And then majority of worldly people, they don't realize that they're living for the world and that they are headed to hell. So that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. Let me look at my notes one more time, see what's going on. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, I gave all the examples, broke it down, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a perfect speaker, so I did my best with the examples to break all this stuff down and this and that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say right there, man, you know what I'm saying? Peace.